everybody. Welcome to Minute to Skim It. Some really awesome books this week from Image Comics by Ed Brubaker. This really cool Kill or Be Killed. This guy, you meet him when he's already in his killing spree, but what you find out in the book is that someone has set him to doing this, and it's not who you think or for the reasons you think. It's very unique and very cool. Give this a try. You might like it. I mean, not the killing, but the concept of the book. Alright, Aftershock. Number 1, Animosity. People have been waiting for this one for a while, and it's worth the wait. It's like freaky concept. So, all of a sudden, all the animals wake up and can actually talk and reason and plan and plot, and half of them, well, I don't know, half. Whatever percentage, some of them like humans and the other ones don't. So there's going to be a war. I don't know if very many people are going to make it out alive because, yeah, animals are pretty cool. Alright, try to get these in order. Torchwood, John Barrowman has started writing comics. And what better comic for him to write than Torchwood? Because who knows Jack Harkness better than him. So, have fun enjoying his adventure. And then text the poop out of him because he'll love it. You know, he's a fun guy. Alright. He really will love it, by the way. That's not me just saying it. He really will love it. Especially with poop in the title. Why not? Alright. Now, cool rebirth titles. I didn't pick up all of them this week, but the ones that I really love to read. Superman. You know that they're still trying to figure out who is going to be the Superman. You got Lex, and you got the regular old Clark Kent, and the Clark Kent from Lois and Clark, and his son. So all this is going to get really confusing really quick, and hopefully they can figure out who's who. Don't miss the first Suicide Squad rebirth, so this is the rebirth tie-in for Suicide Squad. Who cares if it's good or not? It's the Suicide Squad! And Harley Quinn, again, how can it be bad? It's totally Harley. Alright, now, the thing that you've been waiting for. I don't know if you have or not, but you totally should have been. Okay, this is 4001 AD, storyline stuff. This is a number 1. This is War Mother, okay? So, this is this tale of a society that's completely shut itself off from the rest of the world. And they don't need any air, food, technology at all from the outside world for themselves, except for 5% of the technology has to come from somewhere because components break or whatever. So the War Mother goes out, and she was born to this. She goes out and finds all of the pieces and parts that they need to replace the things that have broken. And it's a very dangerous job, so they're living on Earth. And this takes place, of course, during the same time period as this 4001 main storyline, in which Japan, run by the AI father, has been dumping huge sections of the city just so he can protect himself from the viruses he's been given. So part of the city has fallen down, and she's been sent out to go get it. The coolest part of the book, by far, is that she has a cool gun, which has an AI inserted into it, and it is funny. It's a funny AI. You need to read that book. Please, please. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar came out with a book called Mycroft Holmes. This is his envisionment of a Sherlock Holmes type character, this is not kid-friendly in any way. This is a mature title, but really, really good. It's kind of, you're trying to figure out if he's a good guy or a bad guy, but you definitely know who the kind of villain is, so. It's full of sassiness. Walking Dead has the first part of the Whisper Wars, part 1 of 6. If you read the last issue, you know what happened to the head of the Whisperers, but I won't spoil it for you in case you didn't get to read that one last week. But it went good. Alright. Lady Killer, number 2. Sorry, Lady Killer 2, number 1. Goodness gracious. Okay, so, don't mess with her. So this is the complexities of her being a killer for hire and having a family life, in which her mother-in-law knows about her killer status and it's really, really awkward. Okay. Now, you may not be having this on your radar, but you totally should. So this is by Oni Press, and my favorite part is this little title part up here. It says, "From the writer of The Bunker," amazing book, "and the artist of," wait, "My Little Pony?" Okay, whatever. And that's exactly what it says. I'm not making that up anyway. So this is called Jeff Steinberg, Champion of the Earth. So the main part of the book is about you're trying to figure out what Jeff Steinberg is doing that everyone has made bets on when the time period is going to be that happens. You have suspicions, but it's totally going to be wrong. And while he is actually going through with this thing everyone's been waiting for and taking bets on, we are invaded by alien people. And they need to pick a champion. The champion has to do this amazing thing, or we become slaves. If he does the thing, we become seen as equals to these guys, and they'll leave us alone, and he'll be a champion. So, while he's in the middle of doing this thing, he gets chosen. He doesn't want to be chosen. It's hilarious. All right, pay close attention to Civil War this week, kiddos, because more things are afoot. You know, Deadpool's having a problem with all of his mercs for money, because they're not making any money, because he keeps spending it trying to keep, you know, the Avengers afloat. They don't like that. And during this, he finds them sneaking into his security deposit boxes, and they get locked in the vault. So then Solo gets to tell his story about why he, when he was pretending to be Deadpool, has become so famous and made Deadpool a really awesome guy instead of the guy that everyone hates. Really cool. I like the way they do it. They do it as like, oh, this must be the flashback issue, because we're stuck in a vault. Really funny. All right, these two tie together really well this week, okay? Because you've got this big conflict between Tony and Medusa, because Medusa's been giving Tony lots of trouble. She's trying to destroy his business, and so he doesn't have any money to do anything. And all of a sudden, something happens and his headquarters gets destroyed. So you've got that tying in here. This is him dealing with that part, and him trying to figure out who really is doing the destruction. She's desperate that he doesn't think that she did the destruction of that. But how do you tell him, oh, I didn't destroy your building, but I have been messing your business up really badly. And so he's trying to figure out what to do about all of this. You got characters showing up at the end of this that you need to know about. And in this one, you have someone showing up and whisking Tony away that will make you spill milk out your nose, just like the end of last week's book that I told you to grab up. So this is why I read all these things, kiddos, so I can get you the good books right away. So read the things. So many good things this week. I don't know how you're going to choose them. You might go broke this week. It's my fault. All right. See you later, guys.